What's going on, everyone? So today we are briefly going to talk about my plans here for my 2015 Scion FRS. So overall, I want to modify this car more than I've done any other cars I've owned in the past. Not that anything's been absolutely ridiculous, but I just want to do a bunch of different things here, and I believe this car is the perfect to do so, as the aftermarket here for the BRC FRS and GT86 is absolutely huge. Definitely one of the biggest aftermarkets where there's so many things to do to customize and bring your vision to life here on your car. I'm talking everything from performance, wheels, suspension, a bunch of different cosmetic things, and more. So let's first start off talking about performance. Obviously, we're going to be doing the simple bolt-ons of an intake, a catback exhaust. I actually did order and purchase a catback exhaust. We will be throwing that on in the next couple weeks, so definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to also be doing a front pipe and an over pipe, and then going for that unequal length catless header for sure, because who would not want that Subi rumble and to fix that torque dip? So I'm more than likely going probably with the Tomei or the JDL unequal length catless header. So yes, definitely let me know if you have any preference on any unequal length headers here. Once we have a full exhaust, we'll definitely be dabbling here with some Flex Fuel E85, delicious tuning kit or something of that nature. And if you don't know what E85 is, it is that sweet succulent corn juice here that just puts so much more power down to the wheels. So anyways, besides performance, we definitely have to switch up the wheel and tire setup here, get rid of those stock 17s and also those crappy Prius tires here. Wow, I just lost all my business cards. So I have nothing set yet for an exact wheel and tire setup. Looking at obviously some 18-inch wheels. In terms of the tires here, probably gonna go with the Michelin Pilot Super Sports, but if you found a tire that works really well, definitely let me know, and maybe I'll throw those out here as well. So for suspension, we're either gonna throw on some lowering springs or some coilovers. Yes, I know the difference between the two. If I go lowering springs, I'm not gonna have the adjustability and so forth, but if I do go with lowering springs, I will have more money to possibly beef up the suspension, get some new sway bars, some bushings, some end links, and so forth. So I really got to weigh myself out of what I want to do. Yes, I could do coilovers and then get all those other suspension bits as well. May take a little longer time, but we'll see what happens there. So let's talk about some cosmetics and some aero, some exterior as well as interior things here. Definitely changing up in the future some taillights. I'm 100% sure I'm going with the Valentis. I love the Valentis. Yes, I know a bunch of people have them on their cars. I just think that they look perfect on this car. So we're probably gonna go for some Valentis. They make all different types, like a black and gold, black and clear, then they got the white, and then the red. There's just so many different options here with that actual like light bar. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going with some Valentis. We're going to be doing some tinting up of a couple different things here on the exterior of the car, getting some new headlights. I'm not sure if I want to do like a Spec D with that huge boomerang wraparound there on the headlight, or if we're going to go over to some like 10 series headlights or something like that. Not 100% sure on that yet. Getting some new turn signal side markers, and then definitely with some aero, we're going to be putting up a nice front splitter, some side skirts, maybe a nice rear diffuser, who knows. A little spoiler alert, we will be very soon, not within the next week or so, but very soon we will be doing a full color change on this car, bringing it from black to something else. So that'll be definitely really fun to do. And then we may also be changing up the color again, most likely before the fall. So you definitely want to stick around to see how this car is going to turn out, all the different phases, changes, and everything that's going to be happening. It's going to be a really fun time. I am super excited for this car. I'm more excited for this car than I've been with any other car. Well, besides my CO6 obviously, but they're two different animals. So as you can see, there's plenty of options and plenty of things that are open on the table here to do with this car. The only two things that I'm probably most likely not doing are going to be air suspension, unless Airlift Performance wants to sponsor me or somebody else wants to provide some bags for this car. That'd be pretty awesome. I know they're amazing, but I'm not looking to spend that money right now for air suspension. And then the second thing, I'm not looking to camber out those wheels and slam the face into the ground. So pretty much those two things are what I'm not looking to do with the car. everything else is pretty much open and on the table for right now, which you're probably asking yourself, am I looking to wide body this car? Well, the answer right there, I can't even talk right now. So the answer there is, right now, it's open, it's on the table. I'm not saying I'm not going to wide body this car. I never know what can happen. It's definitely not going to be within the next couple months, but who knows? I'm not against wide bodying this car. Will we do maybe a Rocket Bunny or a Rally Backer or another kit? Who knows? It's not a definite, but it's not a definite no either. So that's definitely something to look forward to see if we do or not. So we will be doing a preventative maintenance here, quick to the FRS before we do start modding, changing the oil on the differential and the transmission, and then boom, from there it is game on. We'll be starting some cosmetic modifications, some performance modifications, and everything else that we just talked about will be put up in increments. So that does bring me to one last good point. I'm not just going to throw like $8,000 to $10,000 into this car and bring it from completely stock to completely not. I want to sort of like really enjoy the different stages of this car. I'm not saying, hey, I'm going to sit on just having a catback exhaust for 6 months. It's not going to be anything like that, but I want to enjoy the catback exhaust to the headers, to the flex fuel, before just in little amounts to really enjoy how the car sits, how the car acts and reacts within certain things that we do to the car, and not just boom, throw on a full aero kit with a turbo. Oh wow, I just mentioned that, totally forgot. I'm scatterbrained right now because I'm so excited we're talking about everything. So yes, that does bring us to, I believe, the last thing that we have not discussed: forced induction. Do I plan to either turbo or supercharge this car? And my answer is 100% yes. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to go supercharger or turbo right now. Before I did purchase this car, I was pretty set on doing a supercharger because they are a lot more reliable than the turbo. But yes, I do understand. Right out of the box, I can make more power with the turbo kits, and yes, they are cheaper. We'll see which, and the turbo kit is definitely more dramatic and theatric than a supercharger, even though a supercharger is super fun as hell, and you've got that power all throughout the power band. It's on demand. So yeah, there's so many pros and cons to weigh out. That is something I definitely need to do some more research, figure out. Again, I want to do all these other stages or phases, if that makes sense, first before we do throw some forced induction, but it definitely will be placed onto this car. I am super excited to get started here, and again, if you have any suggestions or recommendations of things, whether we've talked about it in this video or completely left out, definitely let's get the conversation started here in the comment section below. I would love for you guys to become part of this build as well. So thank you all again for watching this video. If you are stopping by for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, please slap that like button. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Take care.